I should start the recording.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay. We're beginning the recording. We are doing a combination of mat and some standing work today. Okay. So I know my head's kind of cut off when I stand up, but.
Not going to say anything.
So standing with your legs about hip width apart. You're going to inhale and reach those arms up to the ceiling. And you're going to exhale and start rolling down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time, let your head hang, release the tension. I want you to stay there for a second. Jim, I actually am going to mute you so that it's not on the recording.
Okay.
Roll yourself up slowly. And roll those shoulders back one time. And let's take that one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, diving down. Start with the head, then the shoulders, then the thoracic spine. Eventually, you can soften the knees as you need to. Relax the head over. Release the tension in the back, or maybe the hamstrings feel tight to you. And then slowly roll back up one vertebrae at a time. Head will be the last thing to come up. And then add a few more shoulder rolls once you get up there. Good. And let's have you bring yourself down to a seated position on your mat. Okay. Your knees will be bent. And your feet are flat. So we're going to do a half roll down, kind of warming up that spine a little bit more. Again, you can hold on to the underside of your thighs, or arms can be out depending on how warmed up you feel, but we're starting in an upright seated position. The back is very lengthened. And then I start the roll back with my pelvic tilting first. And then I continue through that spine. I go about halfway down. Take a breath here. And then inhale, bring yourself back up, sitting up nice and tall. Reaching the hands or holding onto your thighs. Let's take that again. Exhale to start the roll back, tilting the pelvis. The shoulders down, a little space between your chin and chest. Hold here. And inhale, drawing it back up, rolling up, sitting up tall, finding your sit bones. And take it again. Exhale, belly button pulls in, roll back. And inhale and bring yourself all the way up. And last one, exhale, roll it back. Take it an inch lower if you can. Ooh, there we go. And bring it all the way up. Sitting up nice and tall. Extend the legs. And take a stretch to reach over your legs. And then go walk your feet back in. We'll take a full roll down, so make sure you have sufficient room behind you to roll all the way down through the spine. One vertebrae at a time, using that control. Try to avoid the plopping and lengthening through the spine. Okay, walk those feet in. Kind of start a little traditional. We'll start with some bridging, so continue to warm up. So walk your feet in so that the ankles are as close to being under your knee joint as possible. Arms to the side for this. And legs are about hip width apart. Pelvis starts the scoop. We'll roll, tuck it under, and then roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Think of opening the hips at the top, lengthening the quadriceps. Take an inhale. Do not move your head or neck while you're in bridge. Make sure you're looking to the ceiling. Exhale and roll one vertebrae at a time back down. Let's just do two more like that, getting that nice spinal articulation going. And also to activate the backside of the body, the glutes and the hamstrings, as we prepare for some standing leg work today. Breath in, and then exhale, release as you roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Pause at the bottom, find your neutral pelvis. And then last one, Tip the pelvis, engage the glutes, hamstrings. The vertebrae lifts one at a time. Pause at the top, and then exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time. Down, 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 and pause. Give the knees a little hug. And then lower the legs. Good. So we're going into hundreds. Your option of legs either in tabletop, straight up to the ceiling and V feet, or slightly away, just maintaining that neutral spine, especially that back. So I'm going to start tabletop. I'll work through all 3 positions. This would be your starting. Inhale before you start. Exhale, roll up, find your trunk flexion. We're staying here. Here we go, pulse those arms. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, belly pulls in. Inhale, and exhale, belly pulls in. Inhale, kind of look to your thighs with your gaze. We're halfway there. Option for the legs if you want to continue, or you keep them at tabletop. You can also take them slightly out. Keep the legs squeezed together in all positions. I think we got about 2 more sets here. Inhale through the nose, strong arms as you push, push, push. Exhale. And last set. And exhale. Relax the head. You can draw those knees in and release for a moment. Good. Turn your head neck side to side if you need that little stretch for your neck. And rest. Abdominal series. I have to move so I'm not hitting the wall. So we'll start with the legs in a tabletop. You can engage the core by lifting one leg up at a time. Other leg meets it. Thighs are right over the hips, and the lower legs are parallel to the floor. Okay. Starting with single leg stretch. Inhale before you start. Go ahead and exhale. Roll yourself up, trunk flexion. One leg extends. Other knee bends a little more, and switch, switch, switch. If your neck gets tired, you can put your head down and maybe keep those legs going. And I'm just guiding my knee in line with my hip. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Double leg stretch, bring it in like a ball shape. Extend it out on the inhale, and exhale, sweep it in. Now the option is you can have the head down, or just do the legs and not sweep the arms. Last 2, and last 1. Here we go with scissors. Both legs are straight, pulse will change. Grab above or below the knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hands behind the head for support. Elbows are wide. You can do V feet, legs straight, or tabletop. I'll show both. Lowering down. Inhale and exhale. Or inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Keep those legs squeezed together. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze those heels if you're doing V feet. Last exercise, bring it back to tabletop if you're not there yet, and add the rotation. Crisscross. Think of shoulder going for the knee, not the elbows, so the elbows are still wide, and it's not a fast movement. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Stretch it long. Nice job. We're going to actually roll over onto our stomachs. And we'll actually be up on our elbows. Okay? Hopefully that feels okay for your back there, Jim. Engaging the core will help support. So I'm trying to lessen your back extension, your lower back extension there. So lift the belly button. If you can see, I'm lifting the waistline off the mat. So I'm not kind of hanging out here. Lift it. Okay, pressing into those forearms. We're going to do what's called single leg kick. So it's basically a hamstring curl We do pulse, pulse, and then extend. In, and extend. So I'm contracting that hamstring as I pull it in, and then lengthen. Now you also, if you're tight in your quads, you might feel a little stretch there as you're bending that knee and doing the exercise. 4 more, and 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Good. While we're here, we'll go into some swimming. So you go all the way flat. And if you have tight shoulders, you can do what's called goalpost arms. So they're more out to the side, elbows bent. Or arms can be extended over the head. We'll start slow in what's called a spinal balance reach. It'll be opposite arm and leg are lifting at the same time. And I inhale to lift slightly, doesn't have to be high. And I exhale to lower. Left arm, right leg, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You can continue here or take it a little faster. Stay lifted and keep switching a little quicker into true swimming. Long neck, so I'm actually looking at the mat. Breathing, switch, switch. Inhale and exhale as you breathe. And rest. Use your hands, place them by your shoulders to push yourself up, to come to all fours. And we'll do a little cat back stretch, or you could do child's pose. So exhale as you pull that belly button in, round the spine. And come back to your tabletop position. Okay? So now we're going to get into some of that plank work. Yay. We'll start with what's called, I call it a knee hover and quadruped. I think there's a name for it, but starting in quadruped first. So your shoulders right over your wrist and your knees are right under your hips. Okay? We're going to tuck the toes under behind, and we're going to keep that flat back, and the abdominals are active. I tuck my shirt in so you can see. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift my knees about 1 inch or 2 and hover. And you're going to hold. Breathe. Feel the core active. 1 more breath. And lower the knees down and rest. Good. We'll do it 1 more time. Catch your breath. Make sure the neck and everything is long, like a flat table there. Tuck the toes under behind. Prepare for the second set. And engage the core. Lift the knees. Hover the knees. Breathe. One more breath. And bring the knees down and rest. Good. Circle out your wrists for a moment. We're going to go into real plank. And you can also do a modified version if you'd like. And that's with the knees down. Okay. So come back to your quadruped. If you do have wrist issues, you can go on your elbows for these next series of exercises. But if you're okay being on your hands, then you can stay here. We're going to start by extending one leg behind, toes tucked under. Another leg meets it, and there's your plank. Just like your push-up position. Keeping the long spine. We're going to add some rocking. So you're going to just rock on your toes, slightly forward and a little bit back. Forward and back. Forward and back. 2. And 1 more. Center yourself. Hold. And then bring the knees in 1 at a time. Rest for a moment. Our next set will add the leg pull behind. So we'll go back to our plank, and then we'll add the leg pull. Okay. Find your quadruped. Find your plank again. 1 leg will extend, toes tucked under, hips stay where they are while the other leg meets it. Okay. Hips do not raise on this, but you can pulse, pulse, lift a little, and bring it down. Pulse, pulse, and down. So we're alternating legs. Pulse, pulse, and down. Pulse, pulse, and down. 4 more. Pulse, pulse, down. Pulse, pulse, down. lift, lift. Down, one more, lift, lift. Down, one knee at a time. Your choice of cat back stretch or child's pose to stretch it out. Okay, come to your side. We'll give our wrists a little break, and we'll do some side planking on our elbow. If you need extra padding, maybe you're on a hardwood floor, you can roll your mat to add extra padding, or you can use a blanket. But if you're like me and you have carpet under your mat, you probably don't need to roll your mat. Elbow is right under the shoulder, and legs are to the side. And we're gonna bring the top leg more in front of the bottom leg. Option, you can keep both legs straight, or you can bend the bottom knee for a little extra support. This hand can just be here, or reach into the ceiling. We're gonna do some side lifts first, in which we're gonna lift up, but we're not gonna come all the way down. We're gonna kind of pause as it hovers right over the mat. Okay. I'll show both versions eventually. So we're gonna lift up, find your side plank first. Okay, so the hand where you want it. Then we're gonna dip the hips down a little and bring it back up. Dip down and up. And 3. So here's straight legs. 4, a little harder obviously. 5, 6, 2 more. 7, 8, and bring those hips down. Good. Rest for a moment. Hopefully that wasn't too much on the shoulder. We're going to do a side plank with a twist now. So we'll come back to that same side. Still on that elbow and the forearm. Elbow lined up right under your shoulder. Again, legs extended to the side to start. Top leg more in front. And bottom leg could be bent. Right? This time we're going to bring this hand up here today, right by the ear with a twist. So we're going to lift up into your side plank. Find your side plank. Hold. Now, as you exhale, pull across your body, and then inhale to open. Again, exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Inhale. Bring those hips down. Tuck your feet to kind of stretch the side that we were just on. We'll do a little modified mermaid. Grab a hold of that outside leg. Reach that arm up that you just had all your weight on. And take it over to the side. And come up, and let's go to the other side. So we started with just side plank. Forearm underneath, nice and firm on the mat, and elbow right under your shoulder. Stagger those legs. You can do straight legs, or you can do bent legs. I'll eventually show both. This is where we lift and then slightly lower. So lift in your side plank first. Find that nice lift through that waist. Now, take a little lower, dip, and up. 2, and lift. 3, lift. 4, lift. 5, lift. 6, 2 more, lift. 7, and 8, lift. This is your option here, and then lower down. Rest for a moment. Catch your breath. Get some water if you need to. All right. Side plank with a twist. Forearm. Stagger the legs, or bottom leg could be bent. Okay? Top hand by the ear. Okay, elbows reaching to the ceiling. Okay, side plank lift first. Here we go. Exhale, rotate in. Inhale to open the elbow. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, open. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, open, and rest. Hips come down. Feet can come in gently. Hang on to that outside leg. Reach that arm up to the ceiling and try to bend over to the side, lateral stretch. Opening the rib cage, the latissimus dorsi, serratus anterior muscle. Bring it up. We got one more plank, and that's incline plank, most people's least favorite. So we are on our hands for this one. Legs are out in front. If you do have wrist issues, I would recommend just doing a bridge. Okay? Or if you have shoulder issues, you can just do a shoulder bridge, just like we did in the warm-up. Otherwise, hands going to be placed behind you. Fingertips either facing your glutes or slightly out. I do slightly out because I do have some wrist issues, and this is a little more comfortable for me. Okay. Legs are extended. We're going to be lifting the hips up to the ceiling, and you're going to also take your gaze there. We're not going to let the head fall back. And lift the hips, open the chest, and hold. Breathe. Two more breaths, full breaths. Keep the hips lifted, keep squeezing those glutes. Last breath. And lower the hips down. Hopefully you didn't get any cramping in your feet. That tends to happen for people. If so, just either walk it out or circle those ankles. Let's also circle our wrist. Kind of done with that right now. Work those out. Good. We're going to come to standing, and you are going to need your chair. Unfortunately, I'm using my chair for my computer today. But you could also do this with a wall, which I'll probably end up using so you can see me sideways and stuff, or you can use your chair. Okay. So just like we do lying on our sides, we do side lying leg work. Okay. We're going to do the same thing standing. So almost all those exercises can translate to a standing version. Okay. So we'll start one hand on the bar. You can be on or off your mat. Another hand can be on your hip for balance. Okay. We'll start with the leg swings front and back, just like if you were laying on your side. The foot will be flexed the whole time though. So we inhale to the front, and then we exhale, reach the leg behind, squeeze the glute. And that way it makes it easier to pass through. So any kind of standing work, not only are you going to feel it in this working leg, the one that's swinging front and back, you're going to feel it in the supporting leg and your balance. So anytime you're doing balance, you're working the core. You're having to rely on that core to help you balance. So tipping forward and back with the body. Just a nice leg kick front and back, last one. And then bring the leg to your side. I'll turn and face the side so you can see me. We're going to have the leg reach out to the side and back in. So keeping the toes facing forward, we're just lifting up and down. And 3. And 4, so you'd be holding your chair here or your ledge. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more here, 9, 10. Taking the leg slightly out just so it hovers off the floor to your side. Small circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that foot in, standing tall. We have bicycle of the leg. So we'll start with the knee coming up in front, still working that outside leg. So imagine I have my chair here, extend, and then pull through. Reach behind a little bit. It's like you're bicycling. That's why they call it bicycle. And imagine you're just doing exaggerated cycling on your bike. 4, one more this direction. 5. Reverse it, so now you start reaching back, kick it front, bend it through. Sorry, my balance not so great on the carpet. 2. And 3. and 4, and 5, and rest. Okay, one more exercise on this side. This is a rotated exercise, so open your legs into that V feet. Now the hips are open. Still holding on to your bar. Taking the leg out. So now you're gonna get a little higher. Remember we were here, it was kind of low, right? Well, by adding rotation, we should be ideally able to get our leg a little higher, right? Okay, so we take it up and bring it back down flexed. Reach it up pointed, lower slow flexed. And 3. And 4. So you're getting that quad and hip flexor, and 5. And 6. 2 more here, and 7. And 1 more, 8. And rest. Good. We'll come back to parallel. We'll come to the other side. If you need to switch your chair around, go ahead and flip it to the other side. I'll start facing the side so you can see it sideways. So we're in parallel, and we have the leg kicks to the front and back. Stand nice and tall. Inhale, front. And exhale, squeeze to the back. So working, you should feel your glutes and hamstrings activate when you reach it to the back slightly. Doesn't have to be high because we're trying to stand upright. Inhale, and the powerhouse is working. And exhale, a couple more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Good. Yes. Belly's pulled in. Last one. And exhale. Good. Bring the legs together. So we have side leg lift. Just a little better from here. So leg goes up to the side. We're still in parallel. And then we lower down. If you need to tap your foot or rest it in between, you can. If you want to challenge yourself, then let it hover. Don't let it rest on the floor. Okay, leg is still just lifting to the side. So we're getting that gluteus minimus and medius working right in here. 4 more. And 3. Keep the toes facing the front. 2. And 1. Rest for a moment. Take your leg to the side so it hovers. We're still just in parallel. Circle, little circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Bring your feet back together. We're back in that parallel position. We bicycle the legs. So this is just an exaggerated cycling. Lift the knee up in front. We'll go forward first. Extend and pull through. We do 5 in each direction. 2. Pull through. 3. Maybe you're feeling that standing leg, right? 4. It's very fatigued from already working on the other side. 5. Reverse it, so start back, reach front, bend through. 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And rest your feet. Good. Rotate into that V feet. So we have our last exercise on this side, and then we'll do some stretches for those legs a little bit. So yes, I know. I feel it too. So rotate, you're in that V feet. Now the leg lifts up, and then flex and slowly lower down. Lift up, and flex and slowly lower down. And 3, slowly return. That's the trick. 4, slowly return. And 5, breathe, stand tall. 6, 2 more. 7, 1 more here. 8, and rest. Good. You can put one hand on your bar, and we'll do the figure 4 stretch. So you're going to cross the outside leg, and you're going to sit back a little bit. And let's switch to the other side. If you need to put your bar on the or chair on the other side, or if you're okay holding on with the inside arm, as long as you got room for that knee to open. 3. And bring yourself up. Good. All right, you'll feel that tomorrow. Push-up series. So we'll start at the back side of your mat. You can get rid of your chair and get it out of the way. So we'll do 3 sets of the push-up series. Basically, it's a roll down like we did for warm-up. We walk our hands out, find your plank. We'll do regular push-ups 4 times, walk our hands back in, and roll back up to standing. Second set, we will do scapular glides. So arms do not bend. I squeeze my shoulders together and then I release. I squeeze, I release. And then the third set will be tricep push-ups, and that's where the elbows stay very close. You're using those triceps, elbows go to the back when you lower and then extend. Okay, so ready? Standing at your back end of your mat. Take a breath, reach it up, inhale. Exhale, roll down through the spine. Take your time here. Take a breath. You can soften your knees as you walk your hands out. Find your plank. And we got 4 regular push-ups. You can do them modified or military style. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften your knees. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Get your weight all on your feet. And slowly ascend back up to standing. Shoulders can finish down and back. Inhale, stretch up again. We got our second set. Exhale, round chin nod, shoulders, thoracic, roll all the way down. Pause at the bottom. And walk your hands out. This one's the scapular glide, a little tricky. Okay, no elbows bend. I squeeze my shoulder blades and then I press them away. Squeeze and press. Here you go. 3, 4. Now soften the knees, walk the hands back in. Get your weight on your feet first. Head is hanging. Slowly roll up through the spine. Shoulders roll down and back just to reset. And last set. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, round forward. Hang for a moment, release the head, soften the knees. Walk your hands out. Last push-up. We got tricep push-ups. So elbows go to the back. 4, 3, you can do them here. 2, 1. We're going to stay here. Come down onto your knees. Walk your knees in a little bit. And let's do some cat stretch. So we got exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, back to flat tabletop back. And 2 more. Exhale, cat. Inhale, just come to neutral. And one last time. Exhale, cat. And inhale, neutral. Good, come have a seat. Do a couple stretches. We'll take one leg slightly out to the side and the other leg tucked in. Good. Lateral stretch, you're gonna go up and over towards the straight leg. Hand can come on the mat, but this top arm is really reaching over the head. And the opposite hip is really lengthening down towards the mat. And come up. Let's switch to the other side. Other leg extends. Other one tucks in a little bit. Reach that arm up and take it up and over. Lateral stretch. And bring yourself up. Sit how you feel comfortable. Little pec stretch. We're going to bring our arms to the goalpost arms. And all we're going to do is we're going to think of pulling those elbows back, opening that chest. We did some push-ups, some planking. It's important to open the pecs. Release the arms. If you're able, take them behind the back. A little more of a pec stretch and into the anterior deltoids as well. Stretching. And release the arms, let them hang to your sides. Just drop your ear to the shoulder and just hold. And then the opposite shoulder is pressing downward, stretching through the neck. And come up, and other side. Ear to the shoulder. Your gaze should still be to the front of the room. You should be looking at your computer. And bring the head back up, nice and stacked. One full breath, reach it up. And exhale and open. We made it through another class. Thanks for being here. Good to be moving, right? We need to be moving and keep active. Where are we? Unmute. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it. It was a good one.
Thank you for being here.
All right. See you later. See you next
Bye.
time. Bye.